Trump administration to move forward with cutting nearly $783 million in funding from the National Institutes of Health. These funds were supporting critical research projects, including work on COVID-19, breast cancer prevention, heart disease, transgender health issues, and diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. This decision overturns a lower court's order that had temporarily protected those funds. Now, with the Supreme Court's approval, hundreds of research projects, along with the work of thousands of scientists, doctors, and researchers, were at risk of being shut down or severely disrupted. Universities and medical institutions across the country have expressed deep concern. They argue that these weren't just numbers on paper, they were lifelines for ongoing clinical trials and studies that directly impact patients' lives. For example, breast cancer prevention trials, post-COVID health studies, and work on chronic illnesses like heart disease now face an uncertain future. Politically, analysts are calling this ruling more than just a scientific issue, it's part of a larger political battle. The Trump administration has argued that too much money was being funneled into projects they say were politically motivated rather than serving the general public. Their position is that taxpayer dollars should be focused only on research with direct public benefits. But critics insist this is political retaliation, designed to roll back programs tied to diversity and inclusion. Even within the court, the ruling was deeply divided. 4 justices dissented, warning that this move will not only damage American scientific progress but also weaken the nation's role as a global leader in medical research. One justice wrote in dissent that if funding decisions continue to be politicized, the United States risks falling behind other nations in science and innovation. It's important to remember that the NIH is the largest biomedical research institution in the world. Its funding supports the development of new treatments, medications, and life-saving therapies. Cutting nearly $1 billion from its budget will directly affect patients, research labs, and the medical community at large. Health experts are now urging Congress to intervene and find an alternative solution. Without immediate action, decades of research could be lost, and thousands of scientists may be forced out of their work. Politically, this is seen as a major win for the Trump administration, which successfully argued that the executive branch should have full control over how federal funds are used. But this raises a bigger question: is that power being used in the public's interest, or is it being shaped by political agendas? The international scientific community has also voiced concern. Many researchers abroad rely on U.S. data and collaboration. If American research slows down, the entire world's ability to respond to global health crises could be set back. What happens next depends largely on Congress, public pressure, and whether alternative funding can be found. One thing is certain: this Supreme Court decision has ignited a new battle between science, politics, and public health, with consequences that stretch far beyond the United States.